Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Dean and Andrea, and today we're going to tackle one of our most commonly asked questions.
So if you've been watching our channel, you have heard us mention in several different videos that we actually took about 10 dressers to a larger city to try and sell them for more there. And we have gotten so many questions about how we did that, and we thought we would take a video just to explain how we did that, why we did that, and basically what the results of it were.
So first off, let's start with where we live. We live in a city of about 275,000, and we're about 90 miles from the nearest big city.
And what gave us the idea of trying to sell in a bigger city in the first place is over this last Christmas break, I actually helped my sister, who is just getting started in furniture refinishing. We together flipped 6 dressers within a few day time period, and she was able to sell them all for way more than what we sell our stuff here. And so it just got me thinking, what if we just brought like a truckload of dressers up here just to see like how much more could we make? So over that next month, we gave ourselves a challenge, which you've heard us talk about in a previous video, to see how many dressers we could actually refinish in the month of January. And we ended up with what, like 11 dressers?
Yeah. And so we decided to rent a U-Haul, load all 11 of those dressers up, and take them to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, which is a metropolitan area of about 7.5 million.
Quite a bit bigger than our town here.
Just a little bit bigger than our medium-sized town.
And here is how we were able to sell all of those pieces in a different city that we don't live in. It's actually about 3 hours from where we currently live. We had a bit of a unique setup in that we actually have family that lives in this town, and so since I had helped my sister get started with furniture refinishing, she agreed to help us store and then sell the pieces that were still left after we had left town. So we listed all of the pieces on Facebook Marketplace about a week before we actually went up there, letting people know that they would be available on a certain day, because we wanted to try and give time for people to be ready to come look at them and purchase them in those few days that we were actually going to be there.
So now let's talk about the results of that. Was it worth it? How much were we able to sell those pieces for?
Well, we were able to sell several of the pieces for more than we have ever sold anything before, at like $750, $700, $650, $600. So yes, we did have a lot of pieces that sold really well and for a lot more than we would have been able to sell here. But on the flip side of that, we had pieces that didn't sell and might have sold better here.
Right. It's like it's not automatic. It's not like you're going to take it to a big city and it's going to sell like gold.
Or that it's even guaranteed to sell for more.
So in the end, was it worth it for us to rent this U-Haul, to drive it 2.5 hours away with 11 pieces? You got to factor in more than just the selling price of those pieces of furniture. So we spent several $100s getting this U-Haul. We spent several hours loading the U-Haul, driving it 2.5 hours, unloading the U-Haul, going to drop off the U-Haul again, and then driving back 2.5 hours. And we paid Andrea's sister something to sell those pieces for us. And so when you factor in all of the cost to go up there, all of the time and the effort to take things up there, we really didn't gain that much in the end. And we probably could have stayed here and saved a lot of time and probably come out with about the same profit in the end.
So we have found for us in our medium-sized town, we typically sell pieces for about $450 to $500, and we max out and sometimes can sell something for maybe $550. Yes, pieces sell for more in a bigger city, and that makes sense. But I also want to share just hopefully some helpful tips and maybe things that can help if you're in a smaller area like we are. I actually try and list things in Facebook Marketplace in the cities that are closest to us. So we have Austin, that's about 2 hours away, and then Houston, that's about 1.5 hours. And I will actually list on Facebook Marketplace our pieces there, and we've had people drive from a couple hours away to get a piece.
Yeah, I mean, we've had what, 3, 4, 5 people
maybe
come
more.
From bigger cities up to 3 hours away to get these pieces, because again, if they find a piece they really like and it's in a price that they can afford, they're willing to come get it. And even someone's rented a U-Haul van to come pick up a dresser from 2 hours away.
One other suggestion is to actually offer delivery for a fee. And so if you have the time and the ability to deliver something, you know, an hour or two away and you want to, you could charge enough for it to be worth that time for you.
So that's it for this video. We hope it was educational and gives you an idea of kind of why we took pieces up to the Dallas area and if it's worth it for you. So thanks for joining us, and we will catch you in another video very soon. DIY dad.
DIY Dean.
DIY Dean. The only problem with DIY Dean
There's
is
not a DIY bone in your
there's
body.
not a DIY Dean sitting in front of you. Just put your teeth together for a genuine smile.
That make a good graphic.
Yeah. Dang fly.
That is a big fly.
That's a big dog.
Sounds like an airplane.
Dude, can you just go?
We're trying to film.
We're doing YouTube right now, man. He just
He
wants,
wants
to
to
be
be
on
famous.
YouTube.